Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Toys in My Closet. I'm your host, Ebot, and today we have another unboxing / review, right, of a brand new piece that I received just a few days ago. Very excited because it adds on another new, character to a new foray collection that I dived into. Thanks a lot in part to, my daughter. But she helped me out by buying one for me as a gift and then helping me pre-order the other one. I paid her the money slowly and I didn't miss out on the pre-order. And that will be today's none other than the Masters of the Universe Mondo. I believe it's 12-inch scale or 18-inch scale. No, it's 12-inch scale, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Skeletor from Mondo. And as you can see, this is the packaging. Really nice packaging. It's got a nice weight to it. It's a nice style. It's firm and sturdy. As you can see here, this is the face part of what was the Snake Mountain from the original toy from the vintage line when back in the 80s. And as you can see, it goes around here like so, right? This is the bridge that crosses in front of it with the lava behind it, obviously, and the teeth and the mouth, and comes around, and you see how it goes all the way up the stairs where it leads up to the top part where the snake tip is, which is why it's called Snake Mountain, right? And it's really nicely painted, really nicely detailed. Now, as you guys remember when I did the first one, this part here is basically a sleeve cover. So what you do is you slide it up, as you can see there, and you slide it up like so, boom. Once you slide it off, and you see right there, you come close, you see that is right there a nice portrait in ink form with the purple hues, right, of Skeletor in the Mondo style. Mondo made it a point to make these He-Man characters look and have the identity of the originals, but adding their style of art and sculpting and flavor, right, if you will. As you see, it says Masters of the Universe right there, Skeletor, and it says in the bottom, the evil Lord of Destruction. You probably won't be able to see. In the corner, we have Mondo right there, and this right here says Mondo Exclusive. This one came with some extra stuff. I believe it was, in this case, the Cosmic Key. With the He-Man, it was the face or extra face of Alcala for Skeletor, which I missed out, wasn't able to get because I didn't know there was a difference. And when I realized, it was too late, and so I couldn't get it, which really kind of bummer. I'll try to see if I can get it maybe in the aftermarket if somebody actually sells it. These are higher premium figures, meaning they're almost in scale and quality as what you would see with a sideshow collectible toy or a Hot Toys. They're supposed to be more high-end, more real clothing and better PVC if it's plastic, more higher detail, obviously, like you saw with the He-Man, and higher quality painting and washes and all that stuff. I think Skeletor in this one comes with actual cape and cloth. As you see here, when we turn around, it says 1/6 scale there. It's in purple, so it's going to be hard to see. 1/6 scale. Then in the back, you have another really beautiful portrait of Skeletor painted in the Mondo art style and aesthetic. Within the symbol, which is the crest in the middle of He-Man's chest. Looks really nice. I hope it's coming in good with the lighting. Not really sure. I hope it does. And then on the other side again, 1-inch scale. It says it there. So then what you would do is, this has a magnetic flap that has some magnets there. You can hear it. And you open it up and it will show the figure inside the window box in display, so you can see what it looks like. For the people that are mint on card collectors and don't like to take out their figures. And here is the crest here on this side of what's in front of the drawbridge when it's closed of Castle Grayskull. And it has the Skeletor here, and it's a little bio there that says, mortally wounded in battle with his brother, Captain Randor, which is King Randor, He-Man's father. Keldor turned to his dark arts master, Hordak, to save his life. Hordak merged Keldor with an extra-dimensional being, changing him forever into Skeletor. So Hordak was the one that helped him when he was in more of a human form called Keldor to turn into what we know as Skeletor. And then says, he gathered together many of Eternia's greatest evil warriors on his quest to gain entry into Castle Grayskull and obtain what he believes is the universe's ultimate power source. So his ultimate goal for Skeletor is just basically he wants to take the powers of Castle Grayskull and use it for his own benefit to rule the universe. And it says there, Masters of the Universe as well. And again, like I said, in the window box. You're not going to be able to probably see it because of the glare of the sun and the lights. So here we have it. And there is the packaging. So once again, thank you for obviously coming here and joining me and checking out ahead of time this unboxing / review. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take him out of the packaging and we're going to take a closer look and see what he has to offer, what he brings as far as the exclusive accessories and his accessories, on top of that, and make the comparison of how much better or maybe different he is to He-Man, which I will try to bring out also and put them side by side so that you guys can see them side by side together and compare what they look and have to offer amongst side each other. So guys, I hope you tune in and you stay tuned and you don't leave after this portion, and I'll see you guys in about a blink of a second. Okay, stay tuned. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Toys in My Closet. I'm your host, He-Bot, and as you can see here in front of me, today I'm trying to do a special one. As you guys know, I'm a big He-Man fan, and when I get things, anything He-Man related, it's very exciting to me, especially something this special and of this value and uniqueness, right? So I want to give a big shout out to Eamon over at the Shadow Weaver He-Man and She-Ra gaming group on Facebook. He is a really awesome guy that I've been following for a number of years. He did the Roast School Dinner podcast with Val Staples, Penny Dreadful, and also people like Daniel Benedict, and even Pixel Dan. And so, he did a really awesome review, if you will, of the upcoming Faker He-Man figure from Mondo. He had gotten a preview copy of it because he has some friends that actually work within the line, and he did a really nice unboxing and review of the figure, and it looks really, really great. And so I want to give him a big shout out because I saw it and I promised him I would do it so people can go and check it out, because I don't think anyone else out here has the Mondo Faker He-Man especially, you know, in hand to do a review. But he does. So go look at him in his YouTube channel. Now, I'll try to put in the description, I believe, in his YouTube channel down below, because I have to look it up, but I'll try to put it down below on this video. So you see here, as I told you guys in the introduction, I have the Mondo Exclusive Skeletor 112 action figure, okay, from Mondo. And this is a premium line, like I said before with the He-Man one, that it's more like a version, or in the style and aesthetics of a hot toy or of a sideshow collectible, which you know that is much more intricate, detailed, a lot more attention to paint jobs and to sorry about that, guys. My daughter called me. Anyway, real quick, that's, like I was saying, that means they have more attention to you know, details like the painting. They're more hand sculpted. In some cases, they even look like wax versions of real life people and counterparts of characters they play in the real world, like in the Marvel MCU movies or cultural movies like the Terminator. And for those of you that don't know what those sideshow or hot toys are, so this is basically to the equivalent of the sideshow and hot toys, but obviously with fantasy characters from the Masters of the Universe lore and universe. Okay, and this, as we all know, is basically one of the notorious and biggest and most evil, iconic henchmen in the world, next to somebody like, let's say, a Darth Vader. Skeletor is to He-Man what Darth Vader was to Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan, right? So this is the second figure in the line. I have to give a big shout out to my daughter, because like I said, she bought me the first He-Man as a gift, okay, for my birthday, and then she gave me the ability to use her, you know, her credit to buy this one, and I paid her slow, and I also was able already to pay off my faker. So, and then I believe the new Merman one, which looks absolutely stunning, is up for pre-orders until the August the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, for the exclusive one, especially, I believe, that comes with the Mondo Exclusive, which is incredibly beautiful. And it's gonna be hard, because I would love for this line to continue, but if they could do maybe one or maybe two figures a year, then I can try to do it. It's more doable, because it is a premium product, so it costs a lot more money. It's way more expensive. This costs about $190 when it's all said and done, with the taxes, the shipping, and, you know, obviously, if you get the exclusive, it's about $5 more, which is well worth it, especially with what the items they bring. So let's dive right into it. This is obviously Skeletor in all of his glory. I'm gonna see if I can maybe move him my camera a little forward to get a better look at him, as you see there. And it's kind of hard, because I'm gonna do this by myself while freehanding it. We'll remove him off of the stand and take a closer look. And as you can see there, this is the face that he comes with. Now, I didn't get a chance to pick up the He-Man exclusive from Mondo that came with the comic book style Arcala face. That's like a neon green, and it has a very distinct look by the creator, you know, what they call it, I forgot his name, from the Arcala comic book, which looks awesome. And I thought I wasn't gonna like the face for this one too much, but I'm actually a lot happier with it than what I thought, because I kind of wanted this headdress to drape down a little bit more on him, coming down. But this is obviously keeping with the aesthetic and look of the original, but giving it the Mondo style flavor. As you can see, the face is really nicely done, and it's like a nice realistic yellow on top of the skull with the red indentations on the inside, and the teeth really pearly white. So it almost looks like a real skeleton face, but in yellow, because the color is yellow, as opposed to looking really absurdly bright like a cartoon, because one of the things that these figures are aiming for is for a more like realistic look to them, like if they existed in our reality, like they would be, or what they should look like. Let's say if they made a He-Man real life movie, again using the style and aesthetic of the original toys. So it's really, really nicely sculpted, as you can see there. It's really beautiful. I hope the lighting is not too bad. I hope you can see the details in there coming in. Because you can see he has the piece that would all one piece be in the original toy, but in this one, this piece here is separate, and then this goes on top, which feels like another separate piece. You see the bat-like symbol there in purple, right there. And then you see the crest with the bones coming out, which looks like real bone color, with the purple and the ruby and red, which looks really, really nice. Let me see if I can turn on the light. Maybe you guys can see it a little bit better. Turn on the light and it's looking like it's more yellow. Yeah, really nice, as you can see there. Then these here and the flaps coming out are individually sculpted, as you see. Really nice, instead of being stuck together. Going all the way to the back with a nice purple. His blue all over his body is really nice, because it has a lot of nice washes and indentation within the muscles and the stomach line and everywhere in the figure. Then, as you can see here, the gauntlet of the hands is really nicely done too, with that nice, purple with some gray highlights and indentations around it, even here around these areas as well. It's like a gray silver. And as you come down here, you see the belt as well, with that beautiful working of the and crest. It looks like the ram from his staff. And you have this piece here, which is a separate piece, loincloth, with these frills coming down, with the purple and the silver and the blacks looking really nice. And you see it goes around like so, and in the back as well, really nicely painted and really nice and clean. All the highlights in the legs that you see there, all the shadowing and the muscles and definitions on the knee. Then you have the what would be the ankle calves, or the calf gauntlets on the foot calf. You see here, really nice, with the gray and the nicely detailed, very reminiscent to the original. Look, even in the back, you have the seams like they're staples, and it was created with the black seam outline at the bottom. And then, of course, we have the foot, the menacing foot of it, looking like a monstrous feet. Black claws, really black, and the little creases of the skin on each individual toes, the bone and vein outline, as you can see there. Really, really nice. So, as far as the way the figure looks, I honestly can tell you that the figure looks better and more impressive in person than it does on camera. I can honestly tell you that. I'm trying to turn this off really quick. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. There it is again. Okay, so and he looks great. He looks really, really nice. He's keeping in the same quality as He-Man. So as for articulation, his head goes down this much, like so, and it goes up that much, not too much, left and right, and the joints are really nice and tight. It could tilt that way this much, tilt this way this much. And then the face, they put it on a separate ball joint on inside the actual cowl, and you can move the head upwards, downwards, side to side within the actual cloth of the cowl. And you can put it up and then open the mouth, and give him like all types of expressions, or like he's looking downward, and you put him looking upwards like this, and he looks like evil, menacing, and you can even kind of shift the jaw to the side a little bit. It comes out of the seam there, but it comes back on. If you do it lightly, it'll come back on into the peg. It's really, really nicely done. And then over here, and the top, we have a ball peg that goes up that much, and then obviously it goes back this tight, ladies and gentlemen. It goes back down, right? It goes 180 degrees. Got a bicep swivel here, and you got a single hinge on the elbow. Even though when you look at it from the side, like so, looks like it was trying to have what we call the double hinge. Then on the hand, it's on a ball peg that goes, you know, different directions. So it goes, it pegs in like this, and in this one, the hand doesn't come off as easy as the one He-Man had. The one that He-Man had, it seemed to come off all the time. Look, it goes upwards, backwards, like down the ball. But you could turn that ball, and then you can make it go the opposite direction as well. It's basically on a ball, so you can move it around pretty good. Then on the torso here, he has the movement of a ball joint, which he moves really well, nice and tight. And then here in the bottom, by the shorts, he has a swivel. And people are saying that you can detach them from here. I don't know. So take off the skirt. So if you take off the skirt, you can actually reveal the skirt in the bottom, which looks like the classic shorts, especially for He-Man. Not really for Skeletor, but I don't want to try it because it scares me. I don't know if that might break it or not, but they're saying that it is possible. So somebody please let me know if you can without breaking it down in the comments. He has the swivel on the top and a ball. He can split just about that much back, not too much, but just about that much split. And then he has the actual knee, the double hinge joint there. Then he has kind of a swivel between the boot cut and the top here, and somewhere down here. You can actually move it, and then the feet go forward and backwards, left and right, left and right, and then I think they have rockers. Yeah, a little bit of a rock. Yeah, there you go. So that's as far as the articulation. So he's very well articulated, and you can't put them in pose. The thing is that they're heavy, so you gotta fiddle with them and find a way to do it. And in Skeletor's case, it's kind of hard because he, in his case, it's hard because he comes with his feet seem to be small to hold up his size. So the good thing is that they also come, as you can see here. I'm going to move the camera back to place this way. As you can see here, it also comes with all those accessories that you see there next to them. So you see that he comes with this nice stand here, right? And this stand is pretty nice and plastic, but it's pretty sturdy. You could also glue it from here to hold it so it doesn't pop out. You kind of basically push it up and down from here, and it gives you for more height. And you know, you just basically lay them on there like so between the cloth, and then you bring it down, and they for the most part they balance and hold pretty well, as you will see. Lift up the camera a little bit and you will see right there. Okay, so I'm gonna push Skeletor here to the side really fast. We're gonna look at his accessories. Now I'll start off with the first accessory, which is basically what made it exclusive. I believe it was this one. It was two of them. I believe it was this one here, which is basically the cosmic key from the movie with Dolph Lundgren, which looks really nice, really well detailed. All that intricacy in color and painted really well. This was done, I guess, to just pay an homage to all the factions. So it's an amalgamation of a bunch of these factions made into one, where they give you all these nice accessories so that you can combine them and kind of play, mix and match the way you, the fan, chooses to, which is always a nice option to have options, right? A nice thing to have options. So you see there, it's nice and painted. That's, I believe this was one of the exclusives that you got. And then the second exclusive item that you got, I believe, was this right here, which is the relay. Let me see if I can turn this off. Which is, it's the relay figure doggy from the Masters of the Universe Christmas special with Eamon and She-Ra. This has never really been done in classics or in any other He-Man toy line, and this is the first one that gets a representation through Mondo. And yes, although it looks silly and cartoony and animated, this just means that if Mondo chose to one day do a He-Man figure more in the Filmation cartoon style, or She-Ra, guess what? This will fit right in. So it's pretty just a bonus to kind of give a representation of factions in a different He-Man universe. Now he brought three sets of hands, altogether 6. He came with these two first, which was the closed fist, painted really well with the nails and everything, nice and closed. He brought the closed fist. You see the details, really nice. Then he also brought these two here, which are the more opened, like kind of want to do magic, because Skeletor does magic. Really nice detail, really nicely painted. On the left and the right, you can place him like wielding up a hand, like he's about to do magic, and mess somebody up with a spell. He brought those two, and then of course he brought the two that you'll see here on him, which are the two you see here, which are the open hands to hold, other accessories like the staff or the axe or things like that. So he brought 6 hands altogether, which are 3 sets of hands for different positions. Then the next item we have here is none other than his sword, his axe that he brought when he was in the vintage toy, but this is in the style of the Filmation cartoon, which is very, very nicely done, has a very realistic look. All the paint job and intricacies and details, as you see there, the weathering, the crystal ball looks like pearlescent, and then he has the little spike in the end, like if you smash somebody's head over and you're in battle with the axe, kind of like the way you used to do in Golden Axe the game before you kicked them. The straps of leathering and black. The paint job you can see here was spared no expense. They really wanted to give it the feel of the original with also the look and style of their own and a more realistic feel. It's beautiful. Then he came with his famous bone sword from the cartoon Filmation as well, and it's also done in a more realistic format with the bone in here in the bottom, with the bone colors you see, with the same design, the black straps of leather, bone here coming up as a sword, looking really thick, looking very dented and scraped on the metal like it's been through battle. Really nicely done, but yet still keeping the style of the original Filmation sword that he had in the cartoon, which is also very nice. Then of course he comes with none other than his classic power sword, which is supposed to be 2 halves of the sword that form one, to get the powers, so to unlock the secrets in the secret layers of Castle Grayskull. Really nicely done. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. And like He-Man, at the very end, to represent the differences between the swords, they gave him the actual horn head of the original toy on the staff at the end tip of the harness, where you hold the, of the hilt, so to speak, where you hold the sword. And it even has the straps there to hold, like the size of the sword, to give it that aging and long-term battle look. Then this is the sheath that goes with it, just like He-Man's, very reminiscent, with feathery stuff on the top, straps all around it like leather, with purple highlighting uses, and then at the end of it, it has the tip of what would be the tip of Snake Mountain, which is how Skeletor's home, home lair where he lives. That according to the lore, he kind of set up King Hiss, which used to control it before with the Snake Men, with the help of Hordak, and took control. It looks really nice touch. On the He-Man one, it's the face and sculpt of the mask that Battle Cat uses on his face as a tiger, in tiger form, or as a saber tooth. Then we got the new staff they created, their design, and this thing is gorgeous. You see all the intricacies there. It looks like a real, goat head. The teeth there, the crevices and the cracking in the bones, the horns in gray with a nice weathering on top in like a white. The back of it, as you can see, it even looks like it's decayed in black, with the piece here that holds it going all the way down, as you can see, with the straps and the pole there, the details, more straps, as you can see, keeps going down. It's very long and it's painted really nice, really well painted, all the way to the bottom. Strap again until you get to the very end, and as you can see. Now, the problem with this is, so far I've noticed, is that it's very, very heavy. So when you put it on his hand, the ball joints seem to keep turning in circles, and you can't hold it straight. So you got to kind of stand it either with balancing on the stand or on Skeletor's foot, so it could look like he's holding it properly. That's the only one of my only gripes I have with the figure so far. Then we'll move on to another accessory, which you guys all know, even though it's a nice touch and it's obviously paying homage to the original toy of Skeletor. He looks more like the Battle Armor Skeletor to me, or Battle Damage. This is cute, this is cool if you were doing them in the same scale as the back in the day vintage, but with the style of the body with Skeletor, the way he is here in his form, right? This here does not match that body at all. And it's funny because Ivan did the video with Faker today, and the one that came with Faker He-Man from the vintage, the way it was done, it actually looked okay with the body. In this case, no, it's too bright. Even though it's not coming here, let me see if I can turn on my light. You can see it's way too bright, and it just, the aesthetics are way too different, and it just doesn't feel right and fit with that Skeletor body. So I will never personally use it. No offense to all the vintage, lovers and enthusiasts. It's no disrespect. I just can't do it. These are more realistic to me, and that's what I'm going to treat them like. So, last but not least, we have his final accessory. Also was new and created, very nicely done, in this nice, beautiful cloth material. You can feel that it's like a high quality. These are little, things that I got to take off from the, it's like lint, it's like lint. And in the back, in the inside, you see the seams there. Very nice stitching. And you see the lint. It's black on the other side. It's really, really nice. It comes with this chain that holds it. And it has a really nice opening in the back, so that you can pass the swords and then you move down and it has nice frills and tethering in the bottom, like he's been having it for years in battle. And these are basically, it's done in a really nice cottony material. This is to pay homage to Skeletor, the way he looked like in the 2000X cartoon and in the comics. And as you can see, it's really big. It's big. It's huge. No lie. It's really big. Nice. It's beautiful. It's really nice. It's really big. So we're going to put it on him. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a quick little pause. Okay? I'm going to take a quick little pause. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right back and put all the stuff on him so that you guys can see him with most of the accessories that I'm going to prefer to have on and how I'm going to display him so you guys can see. Give me 1 second. I'll be back in a blink of an eye. Okay, guys, so I'm back. So, in conclusion of my thoughts of this piece and this item that I have here, this premium piece that I have of He-Man, of the He-Man world and lore, which it's beautiful to see that we're finally getting a lot more representations of the Masters of the Universe in all types of forms, whether it's in mega constructs or even in loyal subjects, so many different ones, and obviously classics. What I'll do here real quick for a comparison, I'm gonna put this little mega construct Skeletor here next to my loyal subject Skeletor with the brand new released animal beast of Panther, just so you guys can get an idea and size of scale. This is how I'm going to display my Skeletor, and I'm pretty sure many of you will find your own flavor of how you want to display your Skeletor. As far as this piece next to what He-Man had to offer and deliver, I can honestly say that Mondo basically did a phenomenal job. They really put a lot of love and dedication to this piece, and you can tell because it comes out very vibrantly through the figure. Especially if you've been a figure collector like myself for so many years, for over 27 years, you know when somebody's trying to deliver a good product and a good piece of toy from different factions and worlds and licenses and universes, right? If you're on the fence, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that when you get it in hand, you'll like it a lot more than what you think, because I was on the fence with these when I first saw them because of the look of the faces, mainly the faces. I didn't like that they didn't look menacing enough. But now that I have them in hand, I can actually see and appreciate them a lot more, and I can tell you that they're fantastic. They just look great. They're very beautiful. They look fantastic. So if you can afford it and you can dive in, then you should definitely go for it. They have different types of payment plans. You can pay them slowly or you can pay them all in one shot. So it's not like Mondo doesn't work with you, and you can go to other dedicated toy sites that sell them as well and do their own deals that make it a little bit easier. But if you only want to get selected characters, and obviously the main two characters are the ones that usually people gravitate to, then obviously Skeletor and He-Man are definitely a good way to continue the line, right? And go forward and not let it go. So what I'm going to do to finish this off is, this is a fantastic figure. Thumbs up to Mondo. It's a beautifully sculpted, beautifully painted. Accessories are, without a doubt, not lacking whatsoever. Changes of hands, changes of faces. My only regret is not getting the Alcala head with the exclusive from He-Man. Guys, it's worth every penny. It's a beautiful piece. Like I said, if you just want to get these selected ones like Skeletor and He-Man, go for it. Get them. They're worth it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come to one last shot where I'm going to put them next to He-Man and my Hasbro She-Ra that I got. That was like a premium line She-Ra doll they did. Just so you can guys see how cool they look next to each other, and you know, and we'll go from there to the end of the video. So give me a sec. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have it. What many of us would consider the money shot, an iconic shot, kind of like when you see all the X-Men together, and the way you see all the Justice League together. Okay, He-Man, Mondo, Skeletor, Mondo, She-Ra from the premium line, that San Diego exclusive that was done by Mattel, and Relay and the other little flying creature, I forget the name of them, are from the She-Ra cartoon and Filmation, so I think they fit nicely and complement She-Ra very well. So you guys, and again, Loyal Subject and Mega Constructs in the front, just to give you an idea of scale. I can only imagine what it's going to look like with Man-at-Arms and Merman on the side as well, and Faker. My next figure will be Faker, so I hope to do a review on him as well, to add on to what Eamon already did, so shout outs again to him, and go check him out. And guys, like I said, I hope you like my review. I hope you like my showcasing. I hope I did it justice. I was just trying to be as detailed and as fair and respectful to the material in hand that these, you know, wonderful people at Mondo created and sculpted for our pleasure of collecting, and with a representation of these beautiful iconic characters that we've grown to love, and it's near dear to our hearts since the 80s. So guys, let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a dislike if you don't like it. Share it with someone you think might like it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, and thank you for coming by. I really appreciate your support. And if you subscribe, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I know you don't have to. But remember, if you did, I consider you now part of my family. It's just the way I feel and the way I do things. So, again, always remember, guys, like I've told you before, I buy and pay for all of this out of pocket with the help of my own self or my children that help me out when they want to do nice things for me from time to time. And that's it. I don't have a big subscriber base. I don't have no ads. I have no sponsors. I don't have nobody backing me up. So I do have a Patreon that's currently active, and I do have a PayPal account. So if any of you guys, from the kindness of your heart, would like to do small donation, any small donation, it could be a quarter, for Christ's sakes, it doesn't really matter. From the kindness of your heart, I'm thanking you now, because I know it goes a long way, and I know you don't have to, but it will help my channel to get more content like this in the future. Even if it's camera, having a better camera, better audio, all of those things. So remember, you don't have to, but if you do, I really will appreciate it. Thanks again, guys. Thank you for joining. Mondo's 1/12 scale Skeletor from the Mondo Masters of the Universe Collector's Line, the new edition that will be followed by Faker. See you then, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.